Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Arvin. This is the brief tutorial on photo editing. And this course is not a photo editing course where you just learn about photo editing and the deep, deep details, which you can do some really cool things, especially with advanced or paid photo editing software. That's not what we're doing here. I'm going to show you some of the basics. If you're worried about how to make sure that whatever image you're using, if there's maybe a person in the photo that you want to use, they take them out so you're covered as far as a liability type thing, or if you want to just change the size so that it fits better to a PowerPoint, and also know how some of the, as I go through this video, how making some of the changes to the colors and the dark and the light can maybe change the mood or the kind of the feeling of a photo, and how that might impact, like, kind of like you're trying to evoke an emotion or feeling in your students when you do like brainstorming, that type of stuff. So we're going to talk about those things as we go through. And just the way I'm going to go about this is very similar to what I want you to show me for your assignment. So I am kind of to a point showing you how to do your first week's assignment in this tutorial video, which is only going to take a few minutes. So I'm using Photor. This is one of the four um, um, free sites that I suggest. You don't have to use this one. I'm simply saying that you can. So in your assignment, you're being asked to do 8 different ones. I'm going to show you how to do those 8. I have 4 stock photos here just for simplicity. Again, in your assignment, you'll read it. I'm asking you to do 8 because there's 8 different skills, and those are, but that's that. So I'm going to, I'm in Photo. I can just click the plus, and I have just some pictures here of an old computer lab. I'm going to open the first one, and I've got all these different things here that I can use. The first one is just the crop feature. Super, super easy. I'm going to click crop. It opens, you can see this before, and say I don't need all this stuff. So I can just simply, there's 2 ways I can go about this. I can do the freeform. I just kind of go do, 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 do. I just don't need all that stuff in the background, right? I just want to write this, since you can see, because I do have some features here with it talks about the pixel size, and I can keep the proportions. If you really worry about this stuff, you definitely do that. I just don't want all of this stuff in my picture. I really, for whatever the person, I just want these computers. Or, yeah, because they pretend there's a person over here, I just need to have their permission to have them in my photo. So I crop them out. I click apply. Now that's my picture, right? I can save it. Do whatever I need to do. I'm simply going to click clear all because I don't need this. I'm just here to show you how to do this. So I'm going to click clear all. Do I want to save this photo? No, I don't. So now I'm going to go on to the next one. And that's just how I crop photos. That's one of your 8. I'm going to get a new photo. I'm going to do the rotating. There's a couple different things I can do here. Here's my picture. I can click this. I can just, it's kind of like that sci-fi movie, kind of going kind of crazy. I can do some stretching and some moving, do some kind of crazy things. And I can do this with the straight. It's like kind of like I feel like going through Star Trek here. Woo! And so you see, you could do some different things to make photos look kind of crazy, kind of weird, which might, be kind of fun to do with your students. So you can get them think about different things, kind of fun. Because that is rotating. Just, it makes the picture kind of different. We made kind of some fun, with students, right? And what their photo prompt is. So again, I don't need to save that photo. And I can definitely use these too, right? These are ready-to-use photos that I could use too for whatever. Next, I'm going to take this picture, open that up, resizing. The resizing is really if you're worried about, is a picture too big for a mainly like a PowerPoint or a Google Slides presentation, and it's so big that it takes the entire screen, it's really pixelated, people can't see it. So you want to think about resizing. So I'm going to here to resize. I guess I can do percentages, or if I know that for what I'm doing, I need it to be 1500, 1500. I would suggest use percentages. I just want to make it smaller, but I want to make sure that it's the same. I don't want it to be all wonky crazy. And I just want to do 75%. I just want to make this 3/4 of its original size, right? Everything looks the same, but it's smaller for my presentation. So it doesn't, when I have it, it doesn't get all crazy out of whack. So I click apply. big deal. Done. So I'm going to click clear all because I don't need it. I don't need you guys would be saving these. I'm not saving these. So next, let's talk about these next. I'm going to kind of do it all together. We're talking about here under fine tuning. I'm sorry, not fine tuning. My apologies. Under basic. I apologize. Basic. I got out of whack for apologize. The next 4 skills I'm going to show all together. These are the ones that you have to do in your assignment. Are brightness, contrast, saturation, and sharpness. And this is where not a basic stock image like this of a computer, but when you do these, you might get into how I change the brightness. It will change the feeling. It would change kind of the tone of the picture and where you might evoke a different emotion in your students. And that's kind of here. So brightness, I can make it brighter like this. I make it a little hard to see, so I'm not sure why you do that. Or if I want to make kind of a dark and dreary kind of image, kind of think like a story prompt, right? Kind of see what I can do there. And so I do drag up and down to change the brightness. Contrast, I can go this direction. I see how it changes a little bit, right? If I go down this way, whoa, really kind of hard to see. So it might be kind of cool to do some for story prompts and things of that nature. Saturation is kind of neat. I look more up at like kind of about lights in the ceiling. It gives it that different feel to it, make kind of almost like an old-timey kind of a picture. I kind of take it way down this way, almost to that black and white, which is kind of cool. So that might be kind of a great compare contrast. And as you think about kind of your assignments that you do in modules 2 and 3 and 4. And then sharpness. As I go up and down, you can see how it does. If I go down, right, kind of blurry, kind of cool. That might be kind of something I kind of think about too. Like a lot of different ways I could use that. So story prompts, kind of cool things with the sharpness. So then we go and click clear all because I don't need to keep any of those. The last one, go back and use any of my pictures, doesn't really matter which one. And the last we're talking about is the colors. With colors, you can choose from temperature and tint, or you do a little bit of both. So I kind of take my temperature up a little bit. Ooh, kind of neat. I take it down to the negatives, right? And then I'm going to take this one back to 0 real quick. And if I do the tint, I get some cool things. And then also if I do the tint, say that this, that's kind of cool color right there. If I take the temperature this way, I've totally changed the way things look. So I kind of cool sci-fi look there. So I'm not saying you guys have to be sci-fi in these. We can see kind of some of the fun things where it's kind of fun to mess with how you change pictures, and maybe that's kind of what you do with your students too. We're not really worried about vignettes and curves, but those are some really cool things that you can. Let me do a little bonus here. I'm going to clear this out. I'm going to bring my picture back. Now, you're not required to do vignettes and curves, but kind of darkens the edges. And then with curves, you don't have to do all this stuff, but whoa, right? Maybe as advanced if you really do that, you almost make it go away entirely, right? But maybe that's something you'd want to do. It's not required for this class, but you can kind of see how that would be kind of fun. I'm going to reset that, don't need to do that. But that's just the vignette and curves. Totally bonus, but maybe you see something you think in your assignment you'd want to do that too with your picture. That would maybe make it really awesome as a great teaching learning tool. All right, guys, that is how you do the basics of photo editing. That's all you're required to do in this course. But you'll use these types of things in your Module 1, Week 1 assignment. All right, guys, thank you very much for your time.